Hey there, this is Jake from the Chasing Quality podcast. Today I'm going to talk to you about re-roofing my workshop. I've had some issues with some rain leaking in, both from the roof and then down below, because the concrete is a little bit below grade. This is an old workshop. So I'm going to try to spend the next few days fixing these leaks both in the roof through re-roofing and some of the grading issues that I've got. Let's go check it out. Generally speaking, the biggest problem that I have, besides the overhead door where I get a lot of rain, is going to be where all of these shingles have blown off over time. They just got old and cracked, and then when the wind blows hard enough, it takes a few of them off. And so if you look carefully, you can see several spots where the shingles have kind of popped up. And let's go around the front here. And you see some more of them there. There are a couple key spots where that is causing a lot of water to be able to leak in and drip down into the shop. So here we have the chimney for the stove, and this does okay. I get a little bit, if the rain comes in hard, I will get a little bit of water that comes down around the chimney, and that's just because when I put it in, I didn't seal it super well. It's because the roofing was already old and kind of crumbling. So once I replace all the shingles, that should be fixed, and we should be good to go there. Okay, so we're going to start by ripping off the old roof. I don't have a lot of time this morning, to go and get the shingles and do a lot of other things, and I actually need to place my order with Home Depot to get those shingles ready. But I think I do have time to get some pretty good progress made on ripping off this roof. And honestly, sometimes you just have to take that first step. And I think once I rip this roof off, it'll kind of motivate me to quickly finish it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a ladder and head outside and start ripping it off. See you up on the roof.
Tell me you'll eat while we wait. Tell me you feel before you hate. All the things I said.
So one challenge I really have with this roof is the slope of it is steep enough and the shingles are crappy enough that most of the little asphalt grains, I don't know what you call them, these little pebbles that are on the asphalt, they slip off, and so I've got to be extra careful up here because I don't get really good grip. But hopefully I won't fall. But if I do fall, let's try to catch it on camera. All right.
Maybe I might leave reminders of what we were, written in a note. I will write, didn't know. Maybe you're the one to shift, and maybe I will be your man.
Okay, so normally I use the tar paper felt, the 15, 30 pound tar paper. That's what I've been used to ever since I started doing any sort of roofing. This time around I'm using this synthetic stuff, I guess called Felt Buster. I'm gonna try this out. It's pretty light. One of these rolls equates to about 5 rolls of the regular tar paper felt. So that's pretty cool. So I should be able to get my whole roof done with this one roll. I have started putting some of it up. It seems to go in pretty easily. Use little nails that have little round plastic heads on them. So yeah, so we're gonna see how this holds up. I hope it does as well as the regular black stuff. We've got some rain coming in soon, so I'm gonna try to get this roof protected real quick and get it partially sealed up temporarily until the rain passes so we can put the shingles in. Okay, so now we've had rain for the last 36 hours or so, and the The synthetic felt has done a pretty good job of holding up under the rain with the wind and everything. I didn't fully tack it in because I have to take up a couple pieces to remove some more old shingles that I didn't quite get to before the rain came. But on the inside of the shop, we are pretty dry. And I would say just this synthetic felt by itself has been a huge improvement over what was previously there as far as the old cracked shingles and cracking roof felt and everything else. So definitely a bonus. This stuff was a lot lighter to work with. It only took 1 roll versus the equivalent of about 5 rolls of tar paper. So pretty good to go. Okay, so here we are back at it again today. Beautiful day of sunshine. It's about 70-75 degrees, so it's not too bad to work on the roof. As I'd mentioned, I had to put the felt on and kind of close it up a little bit for the rain that we had over the last few days. This synthetic felt is pretty awesome. Not only has it kept the rain off, but it seemed to actually help a lot of the moisture evaporate, so those boards up there are pretty much bone dry. Whereas with the regular tar paper felt, you don't get as much ventilation, so it tends to get very moist and kind of stays moist up there. So I'm really excited about this synthetic felt. I highly recommend going in this direction. I'm not really sure if there's any sort of drawback for it over using the tar paper. So I've got a little bit more of the old stuff to remove. As you can see, I don't know, maybe got about 6 or 7 more feet, and then I'll be able to close it up and start putting on the shingles. Okay, so now we've got to go cut a couple of new deck boards for the roof decking. We had a few that were rotten, so I've got some scrap walnut. I know that I shouldn't probably be using walnut for this, but this was truly scrap stuff that I couldn't use for other projects. So I'm cutting it down to size. They need to be about 6.5 inches wide, 3/4 inch thick, and about a little over 8 feet long to reach out to the eaves. So let's go check that out. Okay, so here are the walnut boards. As you can see, they're scrap. They've got a little bit of sapwood here. That shouldn't be a big deal. But walnut's generally pretty good at outside durability. Now it's going to be underneath the shingles, so it shouldn't get too much moisture. But I am cutting these boards.
Mellow enough for the blues, long enough for me to choose to bury the lead. Harking back to a friend, one that I know I've never been. I married my work. When we wake up with nowhere left to run, then we'll make up and load it in a gun. I don't understand how I can withstand the heat. Guess it's mellow enough for the blues. It ain't long enough for me to choose to bury the leads. I guess I've had some friends. They'll be with me until the end. They marry their work. Up with nowhere left to run, and we'll make up and load it in a gun. I don't understand how I can withstand the heat. We've been lying with no one else around.
Okay, so I finally finished getting all the shingles on. I've got the caulking done where I needed to put caulk. The only thing I have left is I have to clean up a bunch of shingles, a bunch of debris, and I have to trim along the edges where the felt paper is still hanging out, but that shouldn't take me too long. Okay, so the roof is pretty much done now, and it's time for my favorite activity, which is cleanup. Okay, and we are finally done. I've got the felt trimmed along the bottom edges. Got the caulking done. I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So we'll see how it holds up this winter and with the rain, and it's definitely better than what I had. So we can check this project off the list.